Looking at trim tabs on a boat hauled out in the boat yard, you can see that these trim tabs are pretty wide. These things look like they're about 4 feet wide, and they have 2 rams because of the longer or the wider piece right here. This is actually a shear pin, and this shear pin has been replaced with a bolt. So the owner of this boat has replaced his safety device shear pin with the bolt that will not shear. And the problem with that is if this trim tab were to bend down, it would actually yank this entire ramrod out of the transom of the boat. Looking over here a little to the right to inboard, you can see again they've got a nut and a bolt in there, which is not the best idea. And although this is aggravating, looking over here on the starboard trim tab, you can see this piece. This is a shear pin. It's a plastic pin. It's designed to shear away to protect this ramrod from being jerked out of the back of the boat. Same thing over here with the right side. You can see that that shear pin has also sheared and pulled out of this piece down here, and that piece is loose. The whole purpose of this is if you're backing down the boat very quickly, this trim tab can bend down and break off. So if this were to break off, it would just break out this piano hinge inside of here, but it would not break off here and create a hole into the interior of the boat and sink the boat. Also with this trim tab, you can see it's coming down and bumping onto the rudder right there. So that's another way that this trim tab will not bend down or break off. So I think that's an accidental safety factor. So if you've got trim tabs, deal with the shear pins. They're doing their job when they break. Do not put nuts and bolts in there, because these will not break and then they will yank this entire ramrod off the stern of the boat. If you want to learn more about boating systems, join us in Vero Beach, Florida for Introduction to Boating Systems, and look us up online. Ask Captain Chris.